What up, YouTube? It's the Ways, and I'm Tia, and today we're back with another video. Today is an exciting video. We are going to play in Melt because why did they drop a Bailey Sarian collab again? Part 2. The Fatally Yours collection by Melt and Bailey Sarian. There's a lot in this collection, but I got the palette and I got the mirror. Okay, that's all I needed was the palette and the mirror. So, during the intro, go ahead and subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang. Okay, if you are, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your support on this channel. Past excited to play with this palette. Lego. So I don't even want to talk too much. Mel said, oh, we gonna drop you Fatally Yours. We gonna drop you Fatally Yours for Bailey, which was this palette. If you don't recall, I do have one palette, 3 looks, I believe, on my channel for this palette. Absolutely love this palette. All matte vibes, very grungy, which is definitely Melt and definitely Bailey. So I thought that this was definitely a hit. I know that this palette did oxidize a lot, but it's dark, it's deep, it's sultry, it's rich, and I love this palette. So then they said, oh, well, we need to do it again. Did we even know that we needed another Melt and Bailey Sarian collection? We didn't. We knew we did because we are Bailey Sarian fans over here. Okay, let's not get it twisted. But we didn't know. We thought, oh, that was good. That was a good one. You know, they dropped all kinds of stuff in that collection. I think I only got the palette. I might have only got the palette. I don't recall now. But yeah, they did it again. And this is it. This is the Fatally Yours Melt times Bailey Sarian part 2. I bought the palette and I bought the mirror. I've been waiting for another mirror to come out. Look at the tassel though. What? Okay, Bailey. What are you trying to tell us? Somebody need to be spanked. No. Trying to spank my husband. He wasn't going for it. This is super duper cute. I have one mirror already and it is red, but they're 2 different types of red. This is from the Mora y Mariposas collection. And this one says BS for Bailey Sarian, Fatally Yours 2. I had to get it. It's a little different red. You can tell that this is more maroon, where this one is more like a cherry red. I think it goes so good because the palette is like a maroon. Oh, it's so cute. They dropped all kinds of stuff in this collection. They dropped a blush. They dropped an eyeliner, like one of their Melt eyeliners, they're gel liners, but it's a red. I wanted it, but I'm gonna wait for a sale. Okay, because I know Melt does sales. Very good ones at that. I think they have 50% off for their Black Friday sale. Say less. Okay, but this wasn't on sale right now, so I gotta wait probably till next year. What else did they drop in that collection? Oh, they dropped a purse that has like this vibe. I wasn't expecting this, y'all. This is like very soft and sleek and sexy. I love this packaging. And then the back didn't skip a beat either. It still has that same packaging. Make good choices. XOXO Bailey Sarian. Melt. If this is just a preview of what this palette is about to look like, if you haven't seen it yet, it's fire. I'm about to show you. I'm trying to think what else they had in that collection. At this point, it really doesn't matter because we're going to play in the palette. So this is what she looks like. I've kind of been playing in it a little bit. It came with this little carton thing. Ooh, look at Bailey looking sexy. And this is the palette. Look at this. For one, I love the background. You have a mirror. It says Fatally Yours up top. You have this like filigree type of vibe. We get a black. We have gray, silver, gold, taupe, red shimmer, and like a light gray. I love this. This is a vibe. This is a dark, sultry vibe. Not to mention my 3 favorite colors are in this palette. Black, gold or yellow, and red. Yes, so good. It is an 8-pan palette. Most of the Melt palettes come in 10. I think the blueprint comes in 8, but their standard palettes are 10 shades, but I'm not even mad at it. I'm ready to get this palette on my eyes. it's time. I think I'm gonna do 3 looks. Yes, I think 3 looks with this 8-pan palette for sure. I think that this could definitely be a staple in my collection. So let's run these swatches and let's get into the first look. Here are the swatches of the Melt Cosmetics times Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours 2 palette in sunlight. Here are the swatches in no sunlight. So naive of me to think that everybody knows who Bailey Sarian is. Bailey Sarian is a YouTuber. She does a lot of murder mystery and makeup. So she'll talk about some type of murder that happened in the past or some type of serial killer or some kind of storyline, and then she'll do her makeup. And then she also has a new spin-off that she does. I haven't really watched it, but she's fantastic. Like, her vibe is just everything. I just love that she lives in who she is and everybody feels it and loves it. And so I have no problem supporting Melt or Bailey. I'm in love with Melt and I love Bailey. So it's just perfect match made in heaven, I think. So part 2 had to happen. And I think if they want, they can drop a part 3. Let's be so for real. And I'll probably still buy it. Let me tell you what I have on my face so far. So I went in with my Clarins Instant Smooth Primer. I went in with the Melt Perfectionist Brow Pencil, and this is in a brown. And then I cleaned up my brows with my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in caramel. And for my eyeshadow primer, I went in with my Playing in Makeup by Yolando base. I have 2 of them. I went in with B and I believe H. I kind of mixed them because I accidentally put H on, which is the really light color, when I really wanted to go into B, which is more my skin tone. So I just kind of mixed them together. And that's where we're at. So, yes. Ooh, where to start? I have so many ideas, but I think I want to play on these 2 shimmers together, the silver and the gold. I like that contrast of cool tones and warm tones, and I think we get a lot of that actually in this palette. It definitely leans more cool, but I feel like the pop of the gold, the red, brings a little bit more warmth in here. Loving this color called Buff. Really want to use it, but I think I'm going to go with the gray, and this is called Smoke. She said that her last palette, she named all of the shades like poisons and stuff. She said this one, I'm going to keep real simple. So that's what she did. Definitely a true gray. Definitely the matte, the Melt mattes that you would expect. I feel like grays sometimes go blue on me, and that could just be me. So let me know, but it does seem like it's going a little blue. But we're going to work with it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Rougher 16, which is kind of fluffy. This is going to be a very simple look, but I think it's going to be super duper cute. We're just going to pop this. I'm going to kind of pat. Oh, okay, on my eyes, it looks gray. Going to pat this through the crease. I don't want to go too high and blow this out. And I don't want to go all the way in the crease. I kind of just want to keep it on the edge and just blend. Let me make sure you guys can see and just blend that in. We can bring it down here as well. And then I just kind of want to buff this out here in this outer edge of the lid. Like so. Ooh, that's a vibe in itself. Stop playing. Okay, so then what I want to do is I think I want to take this color Kitten, which is this a light shade in this palette. It's at the end here, right here. And I think I just want to use it as a blending out shade, honestly, for the gray. Just a little bit, not too much. I'm going to go into the same brush. I'm just going to clean off my brush with my Sigma color switch, go into Kitten, pat that off, and I just want it on the edge here, just to blend these 2 shades together and no harsh lines for that gray shade. I'm going to go back into Smoke a little bit and just really enforce that here so we don't lose it. Just blend between those 2 shades until I get it the way I want it. Let's get into these shimmers. So we have Glisten and we have Honey. Glisten and Honey. And I want to go into both of these. So first I'm going to go into Honey. And then this is Glisten. Ooh, I know this seems like a weird combination, but I think it's going to look fire. So there's our two shimmers. A lot of time, like, they're lackluster and they're not really super duper sparkly. I feel like these have a little bit more sparkle to it once on the eye, because I've been playing with it. So I'm going to do it with my finger, Glisten. And I'm going to take it on the inside of the eye here. Yeah, you see how that pigment is popping? Normally, they're not doing that well, Melt shimmers. So I like that. And then once it is on the eye, you can see the difference from here. It's very smooth. But on the eye, it does have that nice sparkle. Not going all the way over, but I'm just putting it where I want it placed. And nothing too precise. Ooh, that is so pretty. I like, that's a vibe. You could do it like that. Take that color all the way over. Throw on some mascara. Throw on a liner if you want. And that's a vibe in itself. I like that. I don't have a lot of silvers in my collection, so this is pretty cool. Let's go in with Honey, which is the gold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it in the middle. Ooh, right in the middle. Give that contrast. I'm still doing it with my finger. You could go in with a brush. But I'm just going to tap that on. Ooh, I think that looks so cute. I just like the vibe of a gold and a silver next to each other. Just does something to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this black, which is Noor. I like that there's a black in this palette because you can deepen up anything. You can blend colors together and just deepen it up. So I'm actually going to go with Noor first. It's the black. And I'm just going to take it on this small little Morphe brush. And I'm just going to get really close to my bottom lash line here. About halfway like that. Just going to take another Morphe brush and I'm going to go into Smoke, which is the gray, and just really smoke this out. Very fitting. You can go right on top of the black is fine and just smoke that out. Then what I want to do is I want to take the same brush, the little Morphe brush, and I'm going to go into Glisten, which is the silver color that we use. And I'm just going to spray it. They did have a little fallout from when I was just patting it on my lid originally when I was cleaning up my eyes. So I'm just going to drop this on the inside of the bottom lash line. And you can see that with the water, it intensifies that color so much. And kind of pop it to make it an inner corner highlight. Then I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush and I'm going to go into Honey, which is the gold, and I'm going to drop it in the middle of those two shades. So we kind of built the same kind of thing we did on the top, on the bottom. Now the last thing that I want to do is I want to take this gel liner by Melt. This one is in metal gold and it's a gold, and we're just going to play on this gold. I know this is not part of the collection, but I think it's gonna look super duper fire. Okay, there's that. Not sure if you could tell the contrast with these lights, but you can kind of see the difference. And I mean, I know it's in there, so I think it looks super cute and it just ties it all together. Okay, let me wrap up this look. Yes, so this is the first final look using the Melt times a Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours 2 palette. I really like this look. I like the play of the warm and the cool. I think this yellow blush is popping. Yes, I went in with my yellow blush by Playing in Makeup by Yolando in Hollyhock, just to kind of bring out more of the yellow gold in this look. I went in, like I said, with the Melt bronzer in Malibu. So I got the Melt Supernatural Mascara. This is my second time trying it. I would say that it did better this time around than the first time. I really don't know if I'm feeling it, honestly. I have to play with it some more. Obviously, we're going to do a lot of looks, so I'll be able to practice or utilize it in these next couple looks and see what my real thoughts are on this mascara. But right now, it's kind of a no for me. First impression. For my highlighter, I went in with the Melt Golden Gore highlighter. I thought that that would be fitting to pull out more of the gold in this look as well. I love this highlighter. I love the tone of this highlighter. I think it is so cute. And then for my lips, I went in with the Makeup Forever pencil, and this one is in Endless Cacao. And then I'm like, oh, I need a gold gloss, but because this is a really cool tone brown, but I don't have one. I think that Natasha Denona Gold would be so cute, that gloss. But I went in with Free Fall by Kaleidos, and it's like a gray toned shimmery gloss, and it actually looks so good. I really like these two products together. I think this is a cute little vibe. We went in with what, 5 shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's more than half of the palette just in this look, but it was so easy to create. So I'm not even like, oh, I did so much. I think that these shadows or these shimmers from Mel are probably my favorite out of all the palettes that I have in regards to the formula. So really excited about that. Cannot wait to put this red on my eyes. But this is the first look. So if you are feeling the vibe of this look, go ahead and drop me a knife. A knife in the comment for Fatally Yours and how we killed this look, okay? Because I think that this is so cute. It's not too dramatic. It's not too simple. It has colors. It can kind of go neutral, but it's kind of not. Like, I really am feeling this look. My cheeks do look very yellow in the mirror, but I mean in the camera, but they don't look as yellow in the mirror. So I might tone that down a little bit. But all in all, I am so here for this look. Give me a huge thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe, and let's get on to look number 2. For this second look, using the Fatally Yours 2 collection by Melt and Bailey Sarian. Ooh, I haven't been in here in a minute, but I've been in here. I want to play in the reds. I can't even help myself. I really want to go like monochromatic too, like she did in this picture. Red eye, well, she kind of did a cut crease. But I did see something where she had red eyes, red lips. It was a carton. What was it? Oh, right here. It wasn't really red lips, but it's very dramatic. It's very red. And I kind of want to do a vibe like that. I kind of want to do this thing called a reverse cat eye that I've seen Betty Jean talk about or do. Betty Jean, I don't know. Seen her do, and it was really, really cool. So let's try that. I'm going to go into the shade called Crimson, which is the red here. Ooh, I like that. Oh, wrong hand. Wrong hand, I swatched it out. Look how rich and bloody red that is. It's not like maroon. So good. It's not pink. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do that. I'm going to take an 01 by Reffer. And so normally a cat eye is like deep on the outside and then goes into like a light shimmer. That's what I feel. This goes deep inside and then goes out into the shimmer. And then we're going to put our own little spin on it. But I want this color, Crimson, to be really the main event. I want a red lip, but I don't know if it's going to be too much, so we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to take this EO1 and I'm going to pat it on the inside here so it's really concentrated on that inner triangle of my eye and kind of softly press it up where I want it to be. Just pressing to build the intensity, not swiping. I also don't want to move this too high into my crease. I really want to keep it concentrated right here and throughout, like I said, that little triangle area of my eye. So then I want to take a brush like this. This is really, it's flat like on one side, but it's fluffy. And this, but it's still kind of stiff. So then I want to go into this color called Buff, which is this taupey brown here. Taupey gray. I'm My hand, I do have lotion on. I love this color, but that's what we're gonna go into. I'm gonna tread very lightly, and I'm just gonna lightly tap this on the edges and blend that red shade out. This might be too deep. Not too much, and just tap to blend in between the two colors. I don't want it to look like a bruised eye, but this is the vibe for right now. Just like that. Just tap. Just on that inner part of the eye. I want to kind of shape my eye a little bit. You can see a hint of that taupey shade. I'm going to go back into crimson a little bit and just pat. Just to blend those two tones together. Nothing too major. I don't want to go out here. I just want to keep this all concentrated on the inside of the eye. So I needed to bring something else in because the only light shade I have in this palette is Buff. And not that it's only like a light matte, I should say. But it's gray, and that's not what I want for this vibe. So I'm just going to pull out this little Viseart palette that I have that holds a lot of neutral tones in it, and I just keep it right by my desk. This one, there's this one, which is more neutral, cool leaning, and the other one's more warm. But I just want to take this one, and I want to go into like this bright color up here. Just kind of to buff into my brow bone. I don't need too much. I just want this to be brighter, and that taupey shade is great for the crease, but up here it's a little too dark, and I want that depth. I want that contrast, but I also want the lightness from a light shade in my brow bone. I'm not knocking anything down on this palette because of that either, because this is the vibe. This is a vibe, and throwing in a light brown would mess up the color story. But I'm always going to have a powder or something to brighten up, like a face powder, something to brighten up a brow bone, regardless of what palettes that I have with me. So I'm not tripping on that. Let's drop the red, which is called Fiery, the shimmer, on our lid. And I'm just going to use my finger. That's what it looks like. Ooh, makes me happy. Look at. It's not as shimmery as I'd want for what I'm doing with this look. It's more of a smooth satin, it looks like right there, but we're gonna see what it looks like on the lid. I'm just gonna use my finger, and I'm gonna press this, not all the way on the inside, but like right here, and then I'll blend it with a brush. And I'm just gonna lightly tap this out on the lid, going upwards. I don't need this to have anything, but just this inside, because this color is so super duper pretty, but it has no shimmer. Look. So good. Right here, I'm going to take the brush with the red, and I'm just going to kind of pat and blend that in here with the brush, just so that shimmer is kind of blended in there. I'm going to take the back of the brush, and I'm just going to swipe it back in, because I'm going to try to, I think I'm going to do something else. But then I'm just going to kind of blend it up. No rhyme or reason. I'm going to take the brush that I had the darker color on. I'm going to clean it off on my color switch so I kind of have nothing on there, and just blend this out. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to take this brush too. I'm going to go back into that little Viseart palette. I'm going to go back into the same bright color, and I'm just going to pat this right here where that negative space has no color. Because if I put a darker shadow, it's going to make it look like a halo eye kind of. And that's not the vibe I want. So I like how that can just be opened up all the way with that brighter shade. Ooh. I just kind of took a little bit of the red and buffed it in here, so it really flows into that taupey shade, and then just took a clean brush again and blended those two. For the bottom part of the eye, I want to take Crimson, again, the red, and I really kind of want to do the same thing I did on the top lid, kind of. I'm going to take that color on the inside of the bottom lash line and kind of smoke out the front part of the eye. Just lightly, but enough. I want to take a little bit of the buff, the taupey color, with the other brush, and I'm going to pop that on the outside of the bottom lash line and smoke that out. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to take the color Fiery, the red, and I'm going to drop it right in the middle of those two colors. I did spray this shadow Let me wrap up this eye. This is the final look. Yes. Y'all. When I tell you, I love how this look came out with the red eyes to the red lips to the coppery touches I put into this look. Let me tell you how I wrap this up. So for my eyes, I went in with a little bit of liner. This is by Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is the Line Works eyeliner in Onyx. Absolutely my favorite eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, period. I love this liner. And I just put on my top lash line. For my mascara, I went in with the Supernatural mascara. So one thing I've noticed, this is like my third time I think using this. I need to do one eye, focus only, and then go to my next eye. I can't do one coat, one coat, one coat. It's going to dry fast, and then it's going to get lumpy. I'm not sure how I feel. I like it more that I've used it, but I'm not sure. I did use Bad Gal Bang on my bottom lash line. It was not working down there. So I'm not sure if I said what I used in my last look in regards to my foundation, but I went in with my Chanel La Beige foundation, and this is in B10. This is the Healthy Glow foundation. And then I went in with my Natasha Denona concealer in Y10. I think I did tell you this. I topped off my face. I went in with my Melt bronzer like I did last time at Malibu. I went in with the Melt finishing powder today that I haven't used in a while, and this is in tan. This is their Glazed Skin. I think it looks really good. It's like a finishing powder. It just melted everything together. Really nice. Have to play with it some more though. Can't really say, oh, I love it 100. But I will be using it more often so I can really get my feel and vibe of that product. I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray just to set my face down. For my cheeks, I just kept it simple with that bronzer. And then I went in with this highlighter by Melt. This one is in Phoenix. And it's like this coppery red. I said, oh yes, I think that's going to look so good. And it's so good. Like, it's so soft, but it's there. Like, feeling that. For my lips, you guys, I had to end it with this Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay. And this is in Rubino. I need to replace this. I can tell I need to replace this. I absolutely love this type of red. It's a little blue. It's so sexy. I love this red. And then I was like, ooh, maybe I can use the liner by Melt to just brighten it. So it does. This liner is a lot more bright red than Rubino. And so just popping that on the outside as a liner after I did my lips, chef's kiss. This is a combo. I think I found 2 combos in this video that I'm obsessed with. We'll definitely be repurchasing this. This liner is in the Perfectionist Lip Ultra Precision Pencil by Mel, and it's in Corazon. Definitely will be picking this up again. Yeah. I love this look. I love this look. I don't think I've ever done a look like this. I love the tones that we use. This taupe, this red, that shimmer is a fire. I was going to throw black in here. I think I used black in my last look. I'm not sure, but I've used the black quite a bit. So I was just like, let's see if we can make it smoke without black. And we totally did. This is vampy. This is right up my alley. I am totally feeling the vibe of this. If you're feeling the vibe, go ahead and drop me some blood in the comments. Yes, blood. So we've went in with most of the shades. Actually, if I use the black, we went in all the shades except for Buff or Kitty, which I might have used it actually to blend out the gray in my last look. So we might have used every color in this palette. I am going to bring you one more look. So, and this is probably, I think, the 4th look that I've done with this palette. Y'all, I'm really feeling this vibe of this palette. Anyways, give me a huge thumbs up if you're feeling the vibe, and let's get into look number 3. Let's get into this final look using the Fatally Yours 2 palette by Melt and Bailey Sarian. Yes, we have played in every color in this palette, But I want to bring you another look. I want to try something a little bit more, shall I say, dramatic. We did kind of a light look with the gold and the silver and the gray. We did some kind of like dramatic smoky red vibe last look, which I absolutely love. So I think I want to do something even a little bit more dramatic. You can keep this palette really simple though if you wanted to. I'm going to go into the color Buff. We've used every color, but I'm going to show you what it looks like again. I think this might be one of my favorite colors in the palette, honestly. And this is a Playing in Makeup by Yolanda Y209. I honestly don't even know if she makes these brushes anymore. I really need to clean my brushes. I'm going to kind of take this at an angle going in. You realize how much you love your rougher brushes when you don't have them. Okay, I'm just going to pat this. This is not really a blending out brush, so I'm just going to pat this where I want it. Plus my base is a little sticky still, and just do it something kind of like that. Then I'm going to take the color and I'm going to kind of lightly pat to kind of blend out. I need a blending brush. This is not really a blending brush, but it has more movement than the previous brush. I'm just going to pat. This is a BH Cosmetics brush I had from a little set, which I really did enjoy this set. We're just going to blend it in here and blend around. Just so that way we can soften that color a little bit. But I tell you, I love this shade. It's a nice cool tone taupe. That you can use by itself. Like, look, that would be perfect. A little liner, go and give your eye a little bit of definition and shape, contour per se, in a different type of shade besides a brown. Then I'm gonna do is I think I want to kind of cut the crease a little bit, and I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This one is in caramel, deep caramel. I like this one for cutting the crease. I have on my Playing in Makeup by Yolanda base, but I feel like it's so creamy it takes forever to dry down. So I'm putting this, because it's matte, right in the center. I wish it was a little brighter. And actually what I might do is mix it with my Playing in Makeup by Yolanda base. And this one is in B. Just to give it a little bit more color, like brighter color. I should have probably mixed these on my hand, honestly. So don't do what I did. Don't do what I did. Or just use a brighter concealer or base. I'm kind of looking up so I can see where my crease is. And then I'm just going to pat this out and kind of mix those two colors. And then kind of go for the shape that I want. So this is kind of what my cut is looking like. As you can see, I kind of softened it up. I didn't make it too crispy in here. And really a cut crease is just a negative space, so that way you can really put a color on there that you want to pop or like stand out or just look a little different. Like if you were doing contrasting colors, a cut crease might be good. Like maybe you were doing a purple and orange and they don't really mesh well together. You could do an orange and then cut it with a purple, or vice versa, or however you wanted to do it. But that's what the cut crease is for. I usually utilize a cut crease when I want to put a really bright matte on my lid. That's how I like it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the black, which is Noir. I'm going to take this little like Morphe brush. This is a Morphe 506. I'm going to go into Noir. I'm going to tap off my brush and tread lightly. And I'm just going to put this on the outside like a liner. Kind of going up and smudge into that taupe buff. Just something simple like that. I don't want too much. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Playing in Makeup by Yolanda brush that I originally used first, which is the Y209, because it's kind of flat. I'm going to clean it off. We're going to go into the color Kitten, which is the lightest tone in this palette. That. It looks like it has a little gray or blue to it, but we're going to use that. I'm going to make sure my crease is patted out. I'm going to pat into this Kitten shade. Get my brush really saturated, and I'm going to pop this in that space. This base could have even been brighter. Like I probably should have went in with the Playing in Makeup by Yolanda Base and B. Is that what it is? Yeah, by itself. But I really do like how the Camel Concealer sets. I might buy a new one just for cut creases. Okay, so I'm patting. I'm not swiping. I'm just patting this color onto my lid, anywhere that concealer is, and then up into like the crease area. This is kind of where we're at. I'm going to take Buff again, the brush with Buff, and I'm just going to kind of like buff that into the crease so we don't lose that color. And your eye shape might be different than mine, obviously. So the way you maneuver your cut crease might be a little different than mine depending on the shape of your eyes, right? Okay, so I like that we brought that buff back in there. Kind of just shaped the eyeball. I just hate this brush for this. Then I'm going to take the black again, Noor, and just reinforce that here on the edge again. What I want to do is I want to take a little bit of black eyeliner. This is where we're at on the look. You can do, I'm probably going to do a little bit more blending in here or whatnot. But I want to take this Danessa Myricks line work liner in Onyx. Then I just want to do a very thin line on top of the top lash line into the black. But super duper close to the lash line. Okay, let's wrap up this bottom lash line. I went a little ham on this eye with the eyeliner. I hope once I put on my mascara, I'll like work out. I feel like there was a crevice, a wrinkle in my eye when I was putting the eyeliner, and then it just went haywire. Not to mention, my allergies are going crazy right now, so I'm so sorry, but this is where we're at. So let's finish up this bottom lash line. What I think I want to do is I want to go into the black again and just run it on my bottom lash line. Okay, then I'm going to take my other brush that had buff on it. I'm just going to buff this black out. I think I want to leave it here. I think I want to leave it smoky. I think I want to leave it cut creasy, matte. Let me wrap up the finishing touches on this look and I'll bring you the final look. Yes, so this is the final look using the Fatally Yours 2 palette by Melt Cosmetics and Bailey's Sarian. Yes, I went ahead and finished up the eye look by putting glisten in the inner corner here. I didn't wet it. I just put it on with the brush just to brighten it up a little bit. I really like how this look came out. Very contrasty. It's kind of dramatic because of the cut crease color, but it's more light inside and then goes very deep on the outside, which I think is super duper cute, and I'm really feeling the vibe of this. Let me tell you how I wrapped up this look. So I did go in with the Supernatural mascara by Melt again. It's all right. I would not purchase this again though. I went in with the same bronzer. I went in with the setting powder all over. For my blush, it's hard with these tones sometimes, but I think this is a great neutral blush on me, which is the Fire Moon by House Labs. So I put that on. For my highlighter, I wanted something a little icy. Okay, so I went in with this Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighter, and this one is in Iced. For my lips, I went in with my Makeup Forever pencil in Endless Cacao, which is more of a cool tone neutral, and then in with Squad Goals, which is a Sephora lipstick collection, creamy lipstick thing. Don't even know if they sell it, but I love this color, and that's how we wrapped up this look for the lips. So, all in all, y'all, let me be 100% upfront with you. I love this palette. I used all the colors multiple times. I've done multiple looks. I love the vibe. The shadows perform fabulously. The mattes were great. The shimmers were unexpected for me. These two really had that shimmery effect, the gold and the silver, where the red was more of a sheen, but it was chef's kiss. Like, it's a red. Both of these are like red, and I super duper appreciate that. I love the compact vibe that it's only the 8 shades. I think that 2 more shades would have set it off as well. Maybe something a little different in here, but it's a very neutral palette. I mean, Melt will give us greens all day. There's no greens in this palette. I love that for us. And I love a green though. But her other palette gave us greens and grunge like that. So I'm glad that we got a different vibe. I'm so happy we got the black. I really enjoyed the gray look I did the first one. The red. Oh, this buff is my favorite color in the palette. Honestly, I think I used it in almost all my looks. I've used it the most, but I even did it with a short. It's just a great neutral, cool tone, taupey neutral, like love. Love. I think there's so many different things that you can do with this look. Very simple. Black on the outside, red on the inside. Black on the outside. Just always give it a little smoke with a little black if you want. You can use this black as a liner. It's very pigmented and it's very smooth. So you can definitely use it as a liner. You can use the red as a liner. Kitty was pretty cool. It just brightened up the look. It gave it something different without it being like a cream. Like, I am really feeling this palette. This is definitely going to be one of my favorites just because of the color story. I love the packaging. I think that, you know, when they have movies and they do a part 1 and a part 2 and the part 2 don't live up to the part 1, I totally disagree on this palette. I would buy this again. And I think that it is fabulously put together. I love gold. I love reds. I love black. I already said that. This gray does not look blue on me, I don't think. Let me know in the comments if you think something different. I think this one kind of goes a little blue on me, kitten, but that's okay. Even if I didn't have kitten and I just had like a more lighter neutral brown, but all in all, I love it. I love the attention to detail. I love the packaging. I have nothing like this packaging. It's soft. It's like that material is different. You know what I'm saying? It's sexy. I love it. The mirror, I love too. I could have done probably without the tassel just for like putting it away. Is weird, but other than that, I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm very excited about the looks that I did. Let me know what you think of this look in the comments. If you're feeling the vibe of this look, I don't know, blow me the smoke. You know how they have the smoke? Do the smoke. I personally love the second look. The red look was my favorite. I love the contrast of the gold and the silver in the first look with the gray. I thought that was different. This is more of a like sophisticated vibe. This would be like date night. This would be like anniversary vibes because it's all matte. It's just chill, but it's very put together with a pop of color, which I think is great. So if you're feeling the vibe of these looks, this channel, give me a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not part of the fam gang, okay? Hit that notification bell as well so you can be updated every time I drop a new video, okay? And we come in with the shorts. Have you seen the shorts, though? So thank you so much for being here, spending your time with me, playing in this palette, because it is a fabulous. Melt has specials, so if you're eyeing it and you're not like, I don't know, maybe wait until they have a deal. Personally, if you want it, I would go get it. I would go get it. I'd get it again. Anyways, so remember, there is only one way to do your makeup, and that's your way. We'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed day. Peace.